Good morning to you. I do hope you had a lovely night's sleep and left all the troubles of the day in dreamland. That is, if you have any troubles. Remember what was bothering you yesterday? I certainly hope not. Well, today is going to be even better. Now, we all forget things from time to time, so don't forget the most important thing. Did you leave the stove on? Did you remember to shave? Did you wash your hands? Did you brush your teeth? I hope you did all these things, but they're not the most important thing. And that is, as we all know, did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet. So, let's take a look at today's schedule. What's going on in the village of Hamlin? Well, selling and buying, of course, and wandering hither and thither, and marketing and talking about the weather, and smiling and laughing, of course. I insist on it. But at 3, I hope you'll all take a quick break for our daily recreational activity. Today we'll once again all gather round the telly for a rousing round of Simon Says. Oh, I wish I could join you, good people. Actually, I will join you.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Sab, Judgment, Michael, Jamie, Mark, FBI. Your Amazon order had been delivered. What is that? I don't understand that. But yeah, today we're gonna play some Vampire the Masquerade. It's a game that I've wanted to play for like forever. I've had it on GOG or GOG. We call it GOG, and been wanting to play it for you guys for a while now. The sequel to this game is actually coming out sometime this year, but yeah, this game came out like 16 years ago. It's crazy, and they're finally making a sequel to it. It is like pretty popular. It has a following, huge following, but I do like vampire games. This is supposed to be one of the best, and I thought I'd check it out for you guys. Hey Kate Kuziakina. I think I tried to say your last name before. I failed miserably. You ordered 5 giant TVs. It's in your name. Did I? I could use a new TV in my room, but not 5. That's too much. Hey Joel Bang. Stop it. Alright, I won't say your last name. I'll call you Kate Kuzi. Just finished a late dinner. Nice. I just had some goldfish. I love goldfish. This game also uses Source Engine. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I think that FBI might have a good idea of what a Canadian citizen's order they have. Yeah. Just messing with me. If like 5 TVs show up at my house, I'll know who ordered them. The FBI. And they'll think I'm crazy. I'm excited to check out your drug dealer episode later. Yeah, that was fun. We gotta play more of that game. It is a bit of a grind to play that. Just how you level up your character and how you like progress the storyline, I guess. But it is fun. But yeah, yesterday we played Terraria. That was interesting. Yeah, might as well get started. We'll go new game. I did play a little bit of this game like a while ago just to see how it is. I think we have to build our character. Here we go. Got to answer a couple of questions. I think this is a personality test. New game starts with creating a new character. What would you like? Answer a series of questions about the type of vampire you would like to play and allow the game to create your character. That sounds pretty good. Go directly to the character sheet and set your character's clan, attribute, and abilities yourself. You know what? Let's do the answer a series of questions. Will be male. While in a club, you spot an ex-roommate who skipped out after taking your stuff and leaving you with a sack of bills. He looks dead drunk to you. Grab him by the head and repeatedly bash his face into the bar. Alright. There's only 2. Call the cops. See you in court, buddy. You bash his head in, you probably won't get your money. You probably get arrested. Just by asking that question, I probably should choose number 2. Yeah, we'll go with number 2. You're outbid at an auction for a macabre piece of art that you just must have. You know the collector who won it. You've been to his house. Do you get a few drinks into him later on and persuade him to sell it to you? Wait until he leaves, find a spare key and make it look like a robbery. Write an unflattering critique on the artist, get it published, and just wait for your friend to try it to unload it. That's diabolical right there. Yeah, let's rob him, too. You were mugged last night. It wasn't life-threatening, but you want to take some measure to make sure that if it happens again, you aren't defenseless. Martial arts class, just carrying a knife and conceal it in your belt. Buy a gun. I think I'd buy a gun. Wait, no, or martial arts. You'll break their spine. Yeah, let's go with that one. Martial arts. You're in a convenience store looking through the beer freezer when all of a sudden a man walks in and pulls a gun on the cashier. Do you sneak up behind him, disarm him, and proceed to beat him senseless? Yeah, let's sneak up behind him. Wait, a Canadian would buy a gun? I would. We're allowed to buy guns out here. Just not automatic. I think they're banning assault rifles in Canada. A bouncer at the opening of an exclusive nightclub won't let you inside the party with all the beautiful people. Do you convince him you work for the director who you know, or you know who, and you'll bring him with you next time? Hide out by the back exit, wait for someone to leave, and then slip in undetected. Yeah, we'll do that one. Shooter has broken into your house and has entered the room. Okay. Overpower and wrestle them to the ground, breaking as many bones as possible. Grab the heavy lamp next to your bed and smash their face in. Grab a gun, fire into them, and you keep one next to your bed for this very reason. We will overpower him. As you're walking home late at night, you hear footsteps, glance back, and suddenly realize someone is following you. Do you turn to confront them? There's a lot of questions. But this is a personality quiz, I guess, or a test. The world's a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? Someone gets in my way, I kick their ass, that's why. I live alone, I don't need others, just me, my dog, and to hell with the rest. Let's go with I live alone. No, I know, no. Yeah. There we go. You've been embraced by the Gangrel clan, sometimes called nomads, loners, and introverts. The Gangrel spur the trappings of civilization and prefer to roam the wilds in solitude, known for having uncanny connection with the beasts within. Some learn the power of to shapeshift. That's cool. All right. We're part of the Gangrel. Vampires' attributes and abilities have been determined, entered into the character sheet, which you will see next. After you tour the character sheet, you may make changes to the character. All right. There we go. All right. Animalistic Gangrel clan are close to their inner beasts, and so your strongest attribute is physical, in which you have 2 points you can spend. You also have 1 point to spend in mental and no points in social. Gangrel's weakest attribute is for abilities being Gangrel. I'm going to call him Gang. Gives you an advantage in their warrior skill, in which you have 3 points. Alright. Feats, abilities, example of lockpicking, derived from the attribute of dexterity. Alright. The inner nature, understanding of the beast in their souls. Alright. So humanity, 7 is norm, 10 is saintly. And the lower you go, the closer to the beast you become. I wonder if we can actually turn into a beast. Like a werewolf. But we're vampires, so we wouldn't shift into a werewolf. Masquerade points, violations. If you commit 5 masquerade violations, you will be dealt with harshly. This is where all the information on things you are hovering over is displayed. Okay. Auto level button. Allocate experience points. Alright. So we have some points to spend. Have any of you guys played this game before? We have no points in social. I know that. Mental, we have 1 point. Yeah, their code or protocol is really strict. Where does it say how many points? It says we have 0 points. So I guess we just keep going. I thought we had like a bunch of points. Physical. Oh, there we go. Alright, we can just redistribute them if we want. Alright, accept. Hey, Caroline. How are you doing? No, I'm playing with the tabletop with friends, but I haven't played the video game. Whoa.
I want to show you something.
This is where we get turned? Yeah, our dresser didn't. What the hell? Our dresser isn't showing up. Invisible dresser. Do we get to choose what we look like, or is this like a set character? Or is it based on our decisions? Oh shit.
Good evening. My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening.
These guys kind of look like Sims.
The affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring.
Maybe the dresser is a vampire.
Come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our...
There's a lot of different looking vampires.
Forgive me. Let the penalty commence.
Wow, that's a huge sword. Wow, alright.
Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place.
Just got his head chopped off, or her head chopped
most
off.
Importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that...
This is bullshit!
This game is 16 years old, Jolabang.
If Mr. Rodriguez...
It's older than you.
Let me finish. I have decided...
Actually, I don't know that.
Live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening.
Damn, so the person that turned us was just killed. Like, we won't have any, like, backstory on that person.
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict
I like the
code of
dreadlocks.
conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive.
Psychosis.
When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity.
Let us live at least.
To transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
Yeah, there was a lot of looked like there were different like races or species of vampires in there. I don't know what they're called. All right, so use the mouse to look around. All right. Oh, it's first person? I thought it was third person. It's all right.
What a scene, man. Woo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, this is probably a lot for you to take in, so why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Sure. Who are you?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
All right. Okay, I could use the help.
Now, We ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least, you know. Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
A drink of what?
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. Ah, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne. It's blood, your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
All right, let's do it.
Down around the corner there, I saw this human, or SOB can't find his car.
So what do I mean,
All right. You go
bite him
down
on the
there
neck?
casual, like.
Or can we bite him somewhere else?
Then bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Won't he become a vampire then? It's been one of those nights I could use a drink.
Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work that way. Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain them dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
All right. So your blood pool. Blood is the fuel for your vampiric powers or disciplines. When your blood pool is low, you need to refill it. Humans are an abundant source of blood in most areas of the game. One is in the alley around the corner. Alright, so I'm ready. But I'm wondering if we can actually like turn people into vampires. Getting some weird graphical glitches. What the hell? I don't think the game is supposed to look like this. Alright, we're gonna go bite this guy. Feeding on humans, fill your blood pool. To feed, approach your victim and press the feed key. It's important to the humans do not see you feed on other humans. Alright. Once you begin feeding on the victim, you will see this bar appear. This represents your victim's blood pool. You should stop feeding before emptying. Alright, so we don't want to kill him. Hey, what's up, buddy? Can I have a smoke? No? Alright. I'm gonna bite you then. Oh, I failed it? No, I didn't. Alright, we'll try this again. Sneak up behind him. There we go. Shit, how do I stop feeding? Wait, I'll wait till it's like we're full. And push F again? Alright. Cool. The movement is really floaty. I don't know. Yeah, what is this? What is going on here? I might have to like install the game or something. It's a texture area. Yeah. We'll just keep going. See what happens.
Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
Great. When do I get my cape? Do I get to pick the color? I don't know how I feel about it, but it does feel good.
Alright now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things.
That's our word.
Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Like what?
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still a chance at immortality's not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
Nice. So I'm going to live forever?
You can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Shove it right up their ass. A steak? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now,
Occasionally.
a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire, that's real trouble. Sunlight, well, you catch the sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Alright.
Okay, now. The fuck is this? Look, you get inside here and head upstairs.
So we can't get killed by a stake in the heart? Wait. Let's get inside the upstairs. We'll meet up in a bit. So I just need to go and see what this is. Alright. In here? At the bottom of your screen, use the use icon. This appears. Press E. Okay. Let's hide in here. Press the jump key. Alright. We want to get up there. You can jump this. Nice. What is that? Your feats are the combination of your various abilities. Inspection is a feat. You can find feats listed in the right-hand side of your character sheet. Pick up certain objects in the world. If you are able to pick up an object, you will see a use icon. Right. What is that? Oh, lockpick. Cool. Some lockpicking in the game.
Come down here. Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabbat raid. The Sabbat, they're, Christ, I was hoping to spare this shit till later. The Sabbat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright?
They have guns.
The Sabbat got
Do we get guns?
gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell and put a little heat on the new prince. No time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabbat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
What am I supposed to do?
Shh, shh. Heads up. Back away.
Fledglings. Werewolves. Whoa. There's the guy that beheaded my sire. And he can summon ghost wolves. What the hell? Alright. I want that ability. Alright, that guy's badass. These textures, why aren't they loading in? That's weird.
Dumb, frenzied Sabbat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick.
I didn't know.
I'll stay.
For some reason, I didn't know you could use guns.
Get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
On it. To access your quest log, press L. Sabbat has launched an assault on the secret Camarilla gathering downtown. You and Jack are caught in the middle. To escape, you must obtain entry into the office. Here we go, lockpicking. When the door is locked, you will see this use icon. Lockpicking is a combination of dexterity and security. Alright. Once you have begun lockpicking, you will see this bar. It represents the time needed to pick the lock. If the value of your lockpicking feat is equal to or greater than the difficulty of the lock, you will be able to pick it. Oh, cool. There is a third person. There we go. What the hell is this? I right-clicked. There we go. Cool. How do I switch back to first person? I don't know how to turn my vision back to the normal.
Shortcut.
There.
Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
I know how to handle myself. I had my moments.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, Take notes from those Sabat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
Wait, I still got that list of people from high school. Why not?
It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento. And it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
I get it.
Keep our secret secret and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
What do you mean? What could happen?
That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla Gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
Cool. I see. Camarilla, so they're like the vampire good guys?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think some other time maybe. I like to let people form their own opinions.
Alright, so what's next?
Alright, now don't worry, because I know the area a little, and you know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
Okay, what does that mean?
Do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
I'll find it. Areas indicator. That icon to the left indicates that you are in a combat area. Respect the Masquerade. Combat, anything goes. Elysium, vampire neutral ground. No combat or discipline are allowed, except blood buff while lockpicking. The Masquerade areas. Breaking the Masquerade can carry dire consequences, such as unwanted attention of vampire hunters. Oh shit, vampire hunters. Alright. You can use a computer. You'll see this icon. The computers are often helpful in solving quests. They can hold information like emails and files, as well as control various electronic devices. Right. So I guess we gotta use the computer to open up the door. It's kind of like Underworld, but like sci-fi tropes to the max. I'm okay with that. You'll be prompted to press... Wait. Hacking a combination of wits and computer is a feat that allows you to hack into password-protected items. You'll be prompted to press Control-C to attempt your hacking feat. If the value of... Alright. Cool. I didn't know there was hacking. Alright, Control-C. Enter. Type menu. Safe. Password is required to enter the subdirectory. Be careful, after 5 breaks of the Masquerade, your game is over. Jeez. I didn't know that. Control C. Oh, this is hacking. Chop shop. Enter to continue. Unlock. Safe doors unlocked. It's home. Wait, alright, I think we got it. Nice. This is the safe. When you approach a container, you will see this icon. Yeah. The automated access system. Key to the stairwell at the back of the chop shop. Easiest hacking ever, yeah. Just hit Control C. We didn't even have to guess, like in Fallout 4. What else do you got in here? That's it?
There we go. Now take that key card and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
Wonder if there was a way to do that without hacking the computer. Like if your hacking wasn't high enough. Press I to access your inventory, left Click on the left and right arrow buttons above your inventory, list it. Alright. Anything else in here? Well, where did Buddy go? There. Use the chop shop key. Oh, there's... Here we go. These... The texture's not loading up is kind of ruining the experience a little bit. You've been wounded by the Sabbat. This blue bar represents your current level of health. If your health is completely depleted, alright. If your health bar turns yellow, it means you have sustained aggravated damage. Alright. I'm hurt, help me. Here, we'll go to get to our first save spot. And then we'll reload the game.
Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though. There's someone down the stairs here. It's not the freshest catch, but he'll do.
Now, Caroline, I haven't played Minecraft Hypixel. What's the difference? Blood, right?
Now, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity. Bums and lowlife don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will. Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff. But you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff. Remember what I said.
Doctor's blood.
Don't kill them. At least not the innocent one.
FBI agent
You're a
blood.
monster now. Make no mistake. One of the damned and the fallen. You need to hold on to every last shred of humanity you have.
Let's say I get a little overzealous. What happens then?
An innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity. Bring you closer to that beast you got welling up inside you.
The beast, what exactly does that mean? I'm tired of this sermon. I'm going to down to get a drink. Beast.
The beast, it's always there. It's waiting to take over. When it does, it's like a wild animal wearing your skin. Desperate, scared, reckless. He'll do anything to survive, and it's you that has to deal with the consequences.
So I can't kill anyone? That seems a little restricting.
I said innocent humans. If some asshole levels a 12 gauge your way, you drain him, skin him, and bash in his skull. Self-preservation is a vital part of humanity, after all. My favorite part, in fact.
I think I follow.
The only way to fight the beast is to keep in touch with your humanity, and don't go hungry. It's a fine
It's a lot to remember here. I got it.
Now go feed. Careful, though. He's gonna drain fast.
Be back in a minute. Where is this guy? He's a bum. Remember, you want to avoid draining your victims. Alright. There we go. Alright, didn't kill him. Almost killed him. Wait, can I save it here? Yeah, wait. Vampire Dev. You know, I'm going to try reloading the game. Because I don't like this. So I'll be right back, guys.
And it's another fabulous day in Wellington Wells. The weather is a bit wet, but that's the lovely thing about English weather. The sun always comes out in the end. So come on out, or you'll miss it. Wakey, wakey, everyone. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, dear friends. Good morning to you. I do hope you had a lovely night's sleep and left all the troubles of the day in dreamland. That is, if you have any troubles. Remember what was bothering you yesterday? I certainly hope not. Well, today is going to be even better. Now, we all forget things from time to time. So don't forget the most important thing. Did you leave the stove on? Did you remember to shave? Did you wash your hands? Did you brush your teeth? I hope you did all these things, but they're not the most important thing. And that is, as we all know, did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet. So, let's take a look at today's schedule. What's going on in the village of Hamlin? Well, selling and buying, of course, and wandering hither and thither, and marketing and talking about the weather, and smiling and laughing, of course. I insist on it. But at 3, I hope you'll all take a quick break for our daily recreational activity. Today we'll once again all gather round the telly for a rousing round of Simon Says. Oh, I wish I could join you, good people. Actually, I will join you. I'll be doing it from this chair. I'll be calling the tune, if you will, just like every day. I'll be your Simon. Except when I'm not. And don't forget, there'll be cake and prizes for all winners, and everyone's a winner, and everyone will be there. So don't miss it, or the villagers will break your legs. And then where will you be when Simon says, jump like a frog? Well, you'll be writhing on the ground, won't you? But seriously, unless you have an awfully good reason, such as being recently deceased, do be a sport at 3 o'clock, won't you? We love your company. And now, the brilliant new song from our favourite new band. See you soon. And it's another fabulous day in Wellington Wells. The weather is a bit wet, but that's the lovely thing about English weather. The sun always comes out in the end. So come on out, or you'll miss it. Wakey, wakey, everyone. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, dear friends. Good morning to you. I do hope you had a lovely night's sleep and left all the troubles of the day in dreamland. That is, if you have any troubles. Remember what was bothering you yesterday? I certainly hope not. Well, today is going to be even better. Now, we all forget things from time to time. So don't forget the most important thing. Did you leave the stove on? Did you remember to shave? Did you wash your hands? Did you brush your teeth? I hope you did all these things, but they're not the most important thing. And that is, as we all know, did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet. So, let's take a look at today's schedule. What's going on in the village of Hamlin? Well, selling and buying, of course, and wandering hither and thither, and marketing and talking about the weather, and smiling and laughing, of course. I insist on it. But at 3, I hope you'll all take a quick break for our daily recreational activity. Today we'll once again all gather round the telly for a rousing round of Simon Says. Oh, I wish I could join you, good people. Actually, I will join you. I'll be doing it from this chair. I'll be calling the tune, if you will, just like every day. I'll be your Simon. Except when I'm not. And don't forget, there'll be cake and prizes for all winners, and everyone's a winner, and everyone will be there. So don't miss it, or the villagers will break your legs. And then where will you be when Simon says, jump like a frog? Well, you'll be writhing on the ground, won't you? But seriously, unless you have an awfully good reason, such as being recently deceased, do be a sport at 3 o'clock, won't you? We love your company. And now, the brilliant new song from our favourite new band. See you soon.
Alright, I'm back. It should be good now, hopefully. We'll see.
And it's another fabulous day in Wellington Wells. The weather is a bit wet, but that's the lovely thing about English weather. The sun always comes
Phil.
out in the end. So come
How are
on
you
out,
doing?
or you'll miss it. Wakey, wakey, everyone.
There we go. Vampire Dev. You're sitting in your backyard. No mosquitoes or black flies yet. I saw some. Oh, what the hell? Now it's even worse. What the hell is this? What is going on here? I guess we'll play this. We'll play it like this for right now.
Not quite as good.
The ground
Yeah, you can do worse. There's some rats down the way.
is all
Think I'm
purple.
kidding? You can survive feeding on animals if you can stomach that kind of thing.
Worse than a bum's neck. That scarf tasted like old gym socks. I think I still got some threads between my teeth.
Well, give it a try.
Alright, I'll think about it. Rats can be fed upon to gain a single blood point. Killing rats has no impact on your humanity score. Alright. But they're harder to catch though. There we go. Yum. Have you installed Counter-Strike Source? I don't think so. Can't believe it's looks like this. Pink and black squares is a standard for placeholder textures. This is not looking at textures. What is going on? Maybe I should lower the bit, like. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Combat effects. Everything is on high. I don't know. Well, you can feed on other vampires.
You rat sucker. Hey, I don't care what you do, but just so you know, polite vampire society looks down on that kind of thing.
Tricked me. They can be polite and pass me the salt for my rat. After tasting one of those things, I don't blame them.
Keep it down. Got someone around the way here.
Just one guy.
Too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past. The building across from us with the garage door, there's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows, and don't let him see you.
Do my best. See you in a minute.
All right, go.
Sneaking, a combination of dexterity. Alright. Meter on to the left indicates the proximity of your enemy and their chances of detecting you if they are looking your way. Green means you're completely safe. Yellow means you might be seen. Red, yeah, enemy's chance of detecting you is directly tied to your sneaking feat. That's probably what I want to upgrade. It's my sneaking. Do you think I should like check online for like an unofficial patch? Right. Yellow keeps going up. Oh, there he is. Oh shit, he saw me. You've been detected. Try again, remember. Oh, jeez. I thought that's where we're supposed to go. Alright, after this, we'll check online. Oh, great. We're just supposed to sneak past him, right? How does he see me hiding behind these crates? There we go. Oh shit. Alright, sneaking's a little harder in this game than I thought. He doesn't see me. But he probably does have like vampire senses. Oh, what? I don't understand what's going on here. He's really good at his job. Can I throw a bottle or something? There we go. Well, this area looks like it's fine. It was just out there.
They're inside here. Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded too. Go take care of him. Don't worry, he's probably greener than you.
What makes you think that?
The Savant, you see, they don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire.
How can that be?
Probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that. Make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery.
I'll do my best.
He is a vampire, so be ready.
I was born ready. Keep that in mind.
Get him.
On it. To engage in unarmed combat, you need to equip your fists and then attack. To equip your fist, press melee button, default F1 until the fist icon is highlighted in your melee inventory list. Cool. Your unarmed combat defeats combat. You can also block your enemy's attacks by pressing and holding the attack mode key. Tab. Tab is to block. Interesting. Put your fist away. H. Alright.
Yeah.
Oops.
Whenever you're done, sweet cheeks, we can move this show along.
I don't understand how to, like... Wait, we gotta attack this guy. I don't know how to, like, deactivate your abilities like this. Oh, cool. Snap his neck.
That's that. Sounds like you got another pack moving in, though. The Sabat are going all out. You better head underground, avoid stray bullets. Go get the tire iron that shovelhead dropped. He ain't gonna need
Oh, switching abilities cancels it. We get the tire iron. Alright. Equipped a tire iron. Equip this. Press the melee button or key. Pressing the attack key, default left click will initiate. Alright.
down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute.
So in order to use melee weapons, you have to have them... You have to... go third person. Ouch. Yeah, let's see if we can sneak up on these guys. Don't turn around. When you're in position to perform a stealth kill, yeah, we already know that. Welcome back, Michael. Just snap this dude's neck.
Not sure what's going on. Sounds like the Sabbat's getting scattered. I'm gonna keep an ear to the ground. Be careful going forward here. Could be a whole mess of them holed up.
The more the merrier. You've actually yet been to be seen by an enemy. If you don't count the stealth tutorial part. Our blood buff is another common ability to all vampires. Scroll the mouse wheel to select blood buff. Gives you temporary bonus to all the physical attributes. It is useful in a variety of situations, like picking a lock that would otherwise be too difficult. Alright. Blood buff. I should have activated that. We can open this door, no problem. Failed. There we go. Gangrel have 3 unique disciplines. Animalism, the supernatural control of nature. Fortitude, preternatural toughness and constitution. Protean, the manifestation of different bestial ability and forms. Passive discipline, also time-based. Once activated, pay attention to your discipline timer on the bottom right of your screen. Alright, 7. Use fortitude to armor yourself and kill him. Oops. I keep thinking it's C. Oh, I tried blocking. There we go. Oh, he hit really hard. Look at our health.
I think they're clearing out. There's no need to go stirring up the hornet's nest till we know the score, though. Head through here. Come to an elevator around the way. Meet you there. Don't let them catch you.
If I'm not there in 10 minutes, call the president. Vampiric power of manifesting different bestial abilities and forms. Once you activate it, alright, use a protein in the Masquerade violation. Is a Masquerade violation. Use protein to kill him. You have level 1 protein known as Gleam of Red Eyes. Alright. You'll immediately gain heat vision and a bonus to wits. Equip your fists and kill the guards. Alright. Destroyed him. Come on, get up. Did they tell us how to cancel these abilities? Like once we've used them? Or is it like one of the a timed buff and we just have to keep playing or play it out? Animalism is a vampiric power that controls nature. Alright. A lot of these will violate the Masquerade, so we can't. I think the only one is Blood Buff. Night Wisp Ravens. Scroll to the mouse wheel to cover, or to select Night Wisp Ravens plus. God, I can't. I'm having trouble reading these. Place your cursor over the guard and use the power key. Right click. Right click. There we go. Alright, that's cool. What? We failed it? Guards will be distracted by the flock of mystical ravens. You can walk past them into the next room. Alright. Did that wrong. That's cool. When you see this icon, to pick up an object, press the use key and throw it press the attack key. Thrown objects make noise and can be used to distract your enemies. Alright. We know how to do that. Guarding the exit, crouch to find an object that you can pick up and throw it away from the guard to distract him. Where is he? Whoops.
Huh?
There's a timer on the abilities. If you stop moving, but F8 is supposed to remove them. Alright, thank you, Mark.
Gangbangers protecting their turf. Oh man.
Hey, Dutch.
Thinking it's Sabat moving up in here. It's the fucking locals about to take one for the hood.
This guy kind of looks like Dutch, but with like longer hair and a beard.
Yeah, they probably seen too much. Here, take this 38. Fucking pea shooter, but a few shots in it will take down a human. Well,
Thanks.
I'm gonna want it back, so don't go die and lose it. I don't use guns much. They're noisy, they're clumsy, practically useless against vampires, but still, a kindred's gotta keep up with the times. And in modern-day Los Angeles, that means coming strapped. Well, yeah, some are more lethal than others, of course. Watch out for those shotguns. Ouch, those things can smart, I tell you.
I hear you.
Head up and clear out what's left of them. Can't have them running their mouths about any of this. I gotta make sure there's no stragglers around outside.
Okay. Cool. We got a gun now. A 38 revolver. Alternate fire mode. Alright, range combat. Alright. Which one is the... That? Wait, was I supposed to shoot out the lock? Well, my aim isn't very good. It's locked, so we have to use our lock picking, right? Alright, not that way. Oh, we're supposed to be practicing our aiming. Alright. Our aim is not very good. Wait, aim your cursor, wait for it to fully focus, and use your attack key. There we go. Use most of our ammo for that. Only have 6 shots now. Oops. Ground floor. I need to drain somebody's blood. I wonder if I could sneak up behind this guy.
Where you going now?
shit. We're out of ammo. Wait, I want to feed on this guy. There we go. Kill him. Alright, this is cool. Once you get like into combat and the textures are loading up, this is pretty cool.
That's it, kiddo. Just like that, and it's all over. Everyone slinks back to their corners of the city for the night.
So that's it? It's all over?
Until the next night, when the Camarilla finds some way to strike back. Parry, dodge, spin and all that, and so on, and so on, and so on.
I'm already getting a headache.
Well, to be honest, you came at well, an interesting time, let's say. The Camarilla, the Sabbat. Now, in LA, these are the new kids on the block. There's already plenty of kindred had stakes down in California long before them. Now, we got every ancient kindred rivalry playing out all over the city. Lot of tension out there. A lot of fear. A lot of jittery, high-strung predators clinging to their little pieces of eternity. Oh, boy. Oh, I think they're looking for you outside. Guess you got a cab to catch. Was hoping to fill you in on a little bit more, but... ah, hell, you'll figure it all out.
Yeah, this guy's nice. I wonder if we'll see him again. Sure, and here's her gun.
If you make it back, stop in at the last round. It's this bar downtown here. I'll fill you in on the politics. Now that's the stuff that'll kill you. Good luck.
See you there. Did like a little twirl. You received 2 experience points. Alright. Level up our character if we want. Well. We're going to that Santa Monica place. Yeah, look. These textures aren't loading in. It's so weird. Alright, well that was fun. Learning how to be a vampire. That was a pretty good tutorial. It's that normal watch. I'm gonna save it here. Right here. And I'm gonna look up a what do you call an unofficial patch. Hopefully we can figure it out. But I'll be right back. Should I throw up an Uncle Jack video? Do I have any requests? If you want to switch games and come back to VTM later, that's okay. I don't know which game we should switch to. What do you guys suggest? I'll be a minute. Just give me a second. I'll try to figure it out.
Well, it's getting late, isn't it? It's time for all good citizens to be getting ready to go to bed. You don't want to be out after dark, do you? Would you like me to read you a bedtime story? Of course you would. Well, curl up in front of the telly and Uncle Jack will tell you a story. Tonight's story is called Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears who lived in a house in the woods. They were called Henry Bear, Jane Bear, and Jane's father, Old Edward Bear. They had barely enough food to feed themselves, but it was enough. Every morning, Henry Bear had a big bowl of porridge because he was big, and Jane had a medium-sized bowl because she was medium-sized, and Old Edward Bear had a small bowl, for though he was wise, he was tiny and needed to preserve his strength, and he didn't need to eat that much either. And Henry had a big chair, and Jane had a medium-sized chair, And old Edward had a small chair that was padded and very comfortable. And each of them had a bed to sleep in, a small bed for old Edward Bear, and a medium-sized bed for Jane Bear, and a big bed for Henry Bear. Every morning, Jane Bear made porridge for the three of them, just enough so they would have energy throughout the day, and she gave them each their joy, 1 pill for old Edward Bear, 2 for herself, and 3 for big Henry Bear. They took their joy right away, of course, because they knew it's always best to start the day with joy. And then they would go out for a walk in the woods to find berries to put in their porridge while it cooled, because they knew that berries are very healthy in porridge. But one morning, while they were out, a young woman came by their house. Her name was Goldilocks, for she had golden hair, of which she was very proud. And she was always getting into mischief and causing her neighbours trouble, because she thought she was entitled to everything because of her pretty golden hair. Well, the 3 bears were sensible bears, and they'd locked up their house. It's always best to leave your house locked, because you can never be too careful. But when Goldilocks came by the bears' house one morning and noticed that the bears were not there, she said to herself, "What a nice house! I wonder what is in it." So she checked all the windows, and sure enough, one of the window latches was loose. Goldilocks said to herself, "Oh, stupid bears! They have not protected themselves so well." So she pried the window open and went into the bear's house, even though she did not belong there. And she found herself in front of the dining table. Now, Goldilocks was not particularly hungry.
Well, I found
and she was
something.
used to much better
We'll
food
see
than
if this
porridge.
works. If not, we'll switch to something else.
Anything she could take
Maybe some
belonged to
Sims.
her. So she decided to taste the porridge. First, she decided to sit in the large chair and try the large bowl. "Oh, this porridge is much too hot," she said to herself. Then she decided to sit in the small chair and try the small bowl. "Oh, this porridge is much too cold," she said to herself. So she decided to sit in the medium-sized chair and taste from the medium-sized bowl. "Oh, yum, it's perfect," she said to herself, and she ate up all the porridge in the bowl. Well, eating all that porridge made Goldilocks very sleepy. "I wonder what sort of beds these bears have," she said to herself. So she looked for the bedroom, and as the bears had a very small house, she found it right away. And she saw that there were 3 beds. At first, she tried the smallest bed, which was old Edward Bear's bed, but this bed was much too small for her, and no matter how much she thrashed around, her feet hung out. So she tried the big bed, which was Henry Bear's, but the big bed was very high, and no matter where she rolled around in the bed, Goldilocks was afraid that she'd fall out while she was asleep. So she tried the medium-sized bed, which was Jane Bear's bed, and she said to herself, "This is just right. I shall make this one my bed." And in no time at all, she was fast asleep. And I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time. Tune in again tomorrow evening, and I'll tell you the rest of the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears. It's a lovely story, and I'm sure you'll enjoy the rest of it. For now, this is Jack Worthing saying good night all, and see you tomorrow. Well, it's getting late, isn't it? It's time for all good citizens to be getting ready to go to bed. You don't want to be out after dark, do you? Would you like me to read you a bedtime story? Of course you would. Well, curl up in front of the telly and Uncle Jack will tell you a story. Tonight's story is called Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears who lived in a house in the woods. They were called Henry Bear, Jane Bear, and Jane's father, old Edward Bear. They had barely enough food to feed themselves, but it was enough. Every morning, Henry Bear had a big bowl of porridge because he was big, and Jane had a medium-sized bowl because she was medium-sized, and old Edward Bear had a small bowl, for though he was wise, he was tiny and needed to preserve his strength, and he didn't need to eat that much either. And Henry had a big chair, and Jane had a medium-sized chair, and old Edward had a small chair that was padded and very comfortable. And each of them had a bed to sleep in, a small bed for old Edward Bear, and a medium-sized bed for Jane Bear, and a big bed for Henry Bear. Every morning, Jane Bear made porridge for the three of them, just enough so they would have energy throughout the day, and she gave them each their joy, 1 pill for old Edward Bear, 2 for herself, and 3 for big Henry Bear. They took their joy right away, of course, because they knew it's always best to start the day with joy. And then they would go out for a walk in the woods to find berries to put in their porridge while it cooled, because they knew berries are very healthy in porridge. But one morning, while they were out, a young woman came by their house. Her name was Goldilocks, for she had golden hair, of which she was very proud. And she was always getting into mischief and causing her neighbours trouble, because she thought she was entitled to everything because of her pretty golden hair. Well, the 3 bears were sensible bears, and they'd locked up their house. It's always best to leave your house locked, because you can never be too careful. But when Goldilocks came by the bears' house one morning and noticed that the bears were not there, she said to herself, "What a nice house! I wonder what is in it." So she checked all the windows, and sure enough, one of the window latches was loose. Goldilocks said to herself, "Oh, stupid bears! They have not protected themselves so well." So she pried the window open and went into the bear's house, even though she did not belong there. And she found herself in front of the dining table. Now, Goldilocks was not particularly hungry, and she was used to much better food than porridge, but she believed that anything she could take belonged to her. So she decided to taste the porridge. First, she decided to sit in the large chair and try the large bowl. "Oh, this porridge is much too hot," she said to herself. Then she decided to sit in the small chair and try the small bowl. "Oh, this porridge is much too cold," she said to herself.
Alright. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work, guys. I downloaded an unofficial patch, and the textures are still not loading up. I don't know what's up with this game. It worked, like, last time I loaded it up. I don't know what happened. I mean, we could just play it like this.
Some form of giant octopus.
See, that works. Oh, the frame rate.
The monster have commented that they have never seen anything like it in the cephalopod family before. They speculate that it could be from a yet undiscovered family of sea creatures. A massive gelatinous creature that washed up on the beaches of Providence, Rhode Island, has scientists scratching their heads. Found
I don't remember my
Chicago
password.
on Tuesday morning, who says he smelled it a mile away. The mystery
There,
creature
but we hacked into our own computer.
Octopus. Though marine biologists that have examined the monster have commented that they have never seen anything like it in the cephalopod family before. They speculate that it could be from a yet undiscovered family of sea creatures. In other news, an apparent
5 unread.
The Southland slasher has prompted the closing of the Santa Monica Pier, where the body was found earlier tonight. Investigators say the scene closely mirrors those of slayings in Glendale and Long Beach.
To your list.
In both cases, the bodies of the victims were described as torn apart, though details are being withheld.
I'm gonna look at my email.
At this time, police urge anyone with information
What
related
the hell?
to this case to
We already hacked into our email.
Actor Ash Rivers is lucky to be alive after his car crashed into the gate at Parasite Studios earlier tonight. Witnesses say that they were shocked when the Negative Zero star emerged unscathed and apparently unfazed by his high-speed accident. Rivers' agent released a statement stating that Rivers' crash was due to a mechanical problem and that the studio is not pursuing legal action against Rivers for the trademark gate's destruction. Miraculously, This is the
Like,
second
command
crash
names are
reports of
listed
escape
after
unharmed
menu
in the
names.
last year.
Type the name
Our
of
top
a
story
command
tonight,
to
a
run
derelict
that
ship found floating 10 miles off the
that
Los Angeles
command.
coast earlier this morning was towed into the port of Los Angeles a few hours
Different
ago.
menus have
The
different
ship was
available
spotted around
commands.
midnight by fishermen who contacted the Coast Guard
What
after their attempts to hail
command?
the ship proved futile. Coast Guard officials are releasing very little information right now, but have identified the vessel as the Elizabeth Vanguard.
Command.
No word as of yet as to
Email?
the whereabouts of the crew, though the Coast Guard are
Oh, that
asking
doesn't
any
work.
ships that had contacted
I don't
the
know.
Elizabeth Dane to assist them in their search. We'll have more on the story.
But look at my frame rate, guys. It's when the TV's on. That sucks that we couldn't play this without. Oh, we have blood packs. I don't know what's going on. I'll figure it out and then we'll play it again sometime this week. Or maybe I'll just do a video for it. But what do you guys think we should play instead? It might be too because of the game is so old and it's running on Windows 10. There might be some compatibility issues. Maybe we should try running it for Windows 7 or something. The Sims? Yeah, we could play The Sims for a bit. Like, look at that. A frame rate just tanks when I look in that direction. This game is 16 years old. I can't get a decent frame rate on it. Well, we'll play this game again, I promise. I'll figure this out. I'll throw up. I'll put up. No, we'll start Sims 4. Just give me a couple minutes. Yeah, I don't know. But I'll be right back, guys. Give me 5 minutes. Gotta do like the thumbnail and stuff. Roll a wheel. So laggy when you look at those placeholder textures. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll try. Wait, we'll try lowering the resolution. Maybe play at 16:9. Yeah, I don't know. High quality audio bump mapping. Try turning off bump mapping. I think for this game takes like a couple seconds to reload. Hey, Rena. How are you doing? We're having some issues with this game. It broke my OBS. No, that's because we're playing at a different resolution. I'll fix it in a minute. Yeah, it's still broken. Yeah, I don't know. Can play it at 4K. Let's play it at 4K. It's still at 1600 or 900p. Alright guys, we'll play some Sims. I'll figure this out next time. Be right back.